Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope students you are doing good. Students, today we will start your new chapter of history, that is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. Okay, before that we have already discussed about the French Revolution. Now we will discuss about the Russian Revolution, how this all things, the Russian Revolution took place and how the socialism occurs in Europe. Okay, so for that let's first watch the video.
By the early 19th century, ideas of social and political change swept across Europe. Almost everyone agreed that change was required, but not everyone agreed on the nature of change required. The proponents of change in Europe were classified into several groups on the basis of their ideologies. Some of these groups were liberals, Democrats, socialists, nationalists, conservatives, and radicals.
So students, now it is saying here that in that time, okay, the different changes in the ideologies were taking place. So what kind of changes were emerging in Europe? So these are the different kind of the ideas or the ideology of the different people. Okay, so like what is that particular group of peoples were having a different beliefs. Okay, they are having the different ideologies. Okay, so here the first one is the liberals. Liberals का मतलब क्या होता है? आजाद ख्याल वाले. Okay, then the Democrats one were there. Socialist ideology peoples were there, then the nationalists were there, then the conservatives were there, and the radical peoples are there. These all are the different ideology, okay, different beliefs for the different group of people for living in the country with following that different ideologies. Okay, so let's just see further.
You will now see some ideas held by each of these groups. Match each set of ideas with the correct group. We must tolerate all religions and have an elected parliamentary government independent of rulers. However, voting should only be restricted to men and particularly to men who own property. Who are we?
So students, here are now the different ideologies were given. We have to identify. So the first it is saying that we must tolerate all religions and have an elected parliament government independent of rulers. However, voting should be restricted to men and particularly to men who own property. So who has this the beliefs? So let's just see.
Got it. These ideas belonged to the liberals.
Okay, so liberal peoples were having this ideology that they tolerate or accept all the the religions, and they elected parliament government, and they are having independent rulers. But the voting rights were only given to the men and particularly those men who are having property. Okay, let's see the others.
The government should represent the majority of the population. Women too should have the right to vote. Landowners and wealthy factory owners must not have unique privileges. Property ownership should not be restricted to a few people. Who are we?
So let's just guess this another one. Let's I'm randomly clicking to anyone. Let's just
That's not the
see. Yes.
that
population, women too should have the right to vote. Landowners and wealthy factory owners must not have unique privilege. Property ownership should not be restricted to a few people. Okay, so this is the belief or the ideology of the radical peoples. Okay.
We're not very open to change, but we seem to be the only ones holding on to the past. If there must be change, let it be slow. Who are we? You got it. These ideas belonged to the conservatives.
Yes, so basically the conservative or conservatism ideologies says that they are not very much open to the change, but they seem to be only one holding to the past. If there must be any change, it should be of slow. So that means what? By the word itself, it is clear that the conservative people are not very much ready for the new changes. They are not, very adaptive in nature. They don't want to, accept the new changes of the coming time.
Individuals must not own private property. All property must be owned by society as a whole. Who are we? You got it. These ideas belonged to the socialists.
Yes, so socialist people or the socialist ideology says that individual must not own property. All property must be owned by society as a whole, because in socialist ideology all the things were done for the welfare aspect of the people. Okay.
We want a united identity. We want a nation where all the people have equal rights. Who are we? That's not the correct. You got it. These ideas belonged to the nationalists.
Yes, students, so the nationalist people wanted a united identity, that is the one identity. United means here the one, okay? And they want a nation where all the people were having the equal rights, okay? So this belief were followed by the nationalist people. And the last one.
Society should operate on the basis of cooperatives where groups of people work together to produce goods and share the profits based on work done by each member. Who are we? That's not the correct. You got it. These ideas belonged to the socialists.
Yes, students, so don't get confused why it is saying again the socialist ideology, because the line is saying the society should operate on the basis of cooperatives where group of people work together to produce goods and share the profits based on work done by each member. So here it is showing the welfare aspect, that is why it will be the socialist ideology.
Similar to the liberals in our opinions, but there's one big difference. We think that each and every citizen has the right to vote. Who are we? You got it. These ideas belonged to the Democrats.
Yes, so the Democrats or democratic ideology is like that they are similar to liberals in their opinion, but there is one big difference, that they think that each and every citizen has right to vote, whereas in liberals it is that they think only men, and especially those men who are having property, can only have the right to vote. Okay, so likewise we have discussed about the different ideologies, belief rule in that particular places, and that ideology should be followed by everyone. So there are different ideologies which were there at that time. Okay, so let's just see the further details. Now there are some quiz. So it is saying here that the liberals wanted a nation that tolerated some religions. Yes or no, or true or false. So let's just click on true. Oh, liberal wants a nation that tolerated some religion. Of course it is wrong now, because they want to tolerate all the religions. Only the thing which is vary is what that they are just believing that the voting right should be given to men only, but they are accepting all the religions. Okay, so that is why this will be the right answer. Don't get confused. Now it is saying that which concept became the most significant idea to shape society after the Russian Revolution. Okay, so it is saying the four options: socialism, democracy, universal adult franchise, or communism. So not at all communism, it is only the socialism, because still also the Russian economy is a socialist economy where all the things were done for the welfare of the people. Okay, so that is why it is, this answer is right. Okay. Next is asking that what was the effect of socialist ideas in England and Germany. Okay, so four options were there: workers formed association, workers fought for better living and working conditions, workers set up funds to help members in distress, workers demanded reduction of working hours. Okay, so let's just see. Oh, so there are all the options were right. It is saying what was the effect of socialist ideas in England and Germany. So these all are the ideas which were there. Okay. Now it is saying in the beginning of the 20th century, majority of population in Russia consisted of, four options are there: factory workers, craftsman, businessman, or agriculturist. So it is the agriculturist population who were full in majority when the 20th century were prevailing. Okay, so likewise we have seen few questions. Let's just go to the another topic. Okay, that is the 905 revolution. Okay, let's just see this. Overview of Russian society.
Up until the 20th century, Russia was still under autocratic rule. The Tsar, Nicholas II, ruled by will.
This name you people have to remember, students, because it is going to be asked in the MCQs. So in that time the Russia was ruled by the Tsar Nicholas II. Okay.
And was the sole source of law and justice in the empire. He was not responsible to the parliament. His autocratic rule was supported by the nobles who possessed land and the serfs. The majority in Russia were serfs who worked on the lands of the nobles. The nobles had complete control over the serfs. They could punish them in any form and even sell them as chattels if they felt the need.
So here it is saying that in that phase autocratic rule was going on. Okay, before the socialism, autocratic rule was going on, and the noble peoples are the upper class people who were ruling and exploiting the lower class people. They were called as serfs. Okay, SERF, serfs in that time. Okay, and they were ruling them. They were giving the orders, and the serfs have to follow. The height of exploitation were done with the serfs. Okay, it is saying the nobles would punish them in any form.
The middle class in Russia was relatively small in size and did not have much say in matters of the state. They were rather disillusioned by the backwardness that prevailed in Russia. Unhappy with their wretched state, the peasants and workers asked for improvement, which was denied by the Tsarist regime.
Yes, so here as because of the exploitation of the peasants and workers were asking for the improvement, but as Tsar Nicholas II was ruling, so he has denied all the demands. Okay.
Improvement, which was denied by the Tsarist regime. This led to the two famous revolutions in Russia, one in 1905 and the other in 1917, with the autocratic rule of the Tsar finally ended. Let us learn more about the factors that led to the 1905 revolution.
So the 1905 revolution took place to, get freedom from the Tsar Nicholas II ruleship, okay, because he were like exploiting the people who were called serfs, okay, by the noble people. So here like the society is not in a good condition, they were feeling a lot of cruelty, okay.
At the beginning of the 20th century, about 85% of the population in Russia was engaged in agriculture. The peasants cultivated most of the land, but the land belonged to the crown, nobility, or the Orthodox Church.
So students, here we are discussing the economy and society condition before the revolution, okay, when Tsar was ruling the country, okay, so that time the majority people were there indulged in agriculture, okay, that is why previously we have solved also one question that the majority people were agriculturists, okay, so here it is saying that the 85% of the population were indulged in agriculture, okay, and but whatever the earnings are there, that all belongs to the king only, so no benefits were there with the farmers, okay.
The peasants wanted the land of the nobles to be given to them, so they frequently refused to pay rent and at times even murdered the landlords. Industries were found in pockets. With the extension of the railway network and increased foreign investments, the number of industries increased. Coal output doubled and iron steel production quadrupled.
So now it is saying that at that time the extension of railway networks occurs, the increased foreign investments were there, and the coal, iron and steel output were double.
Most industries in Russia were the private property of industrialists. Government supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours of work. But factory inspectors could not prevent rules from being broken and workers from being exploited.
So here you have seen that how the government is giving the proper situations so that the workers will not feel exploited or ignored, but actually the scenario was different. Those who were there in the higher position in that or factories, so they were exploiting the people, okay, so that is why the peoples were not happy that time.
In craft units and smaller workshops, a workday could sometimes extend to 15 hours a day.
So the height of exploitation was that much that in craft units and the small workshops, the working hours were 15 hours in a day. So it is like a very hard practice which were followed to this low income worker and regions by the higher authorities.
Accommodation for workers varied from rooms to dormitories. They slept in ships and could not keep their families with them.
So the workers' conditions were bad. They were just got provided rooms or dormitories. Dormitories are those where in a particular room there are number of beds and people are like living together there. And because of the 15 hours of work, they used to sleep in shifts, and they could not keep their family because they were not given a proper accommodations.
Women made up 31% of the factory labor force by 1914, but they were paid less than men.
So one of the practice was what, that the certain percent of women were also workers, but they were getting less wages as compared of the men.
They paid almost between half and three-quarters of a man's wage. Workers were divided into social groups depending on the level of skill and training required for a job. Despite divisions, workers united to strike when they disagreed with the employers on matters of dismissal or work conditions. All political parties were illegal in Russia. The Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898 by the socialists who were influenced by Marxist idea.
So here now it is saying that in 1898 they founded a socialist influenced by the Marx ideas. Okay, so here only this all changes only are the leading things, okay, which lead to the socialism society in Russia.
By the socialists who were influenced by Marxist idea. However, because of government policing, it had to operate as an illegal organization. It set up a newspaper, mobilized workers, and organized strikes. Socialists were active in the countryside through the late 19th century. They formed the Socialist Revolutionary Party in 1900. This party struggled for peasants' rights and demanded that land belonging to nobles be transferred to peasants. Together, the Social Democrats and Socialist Revolutionaries worked with peasants and workers during the Revolution of 1905 to demand a constitution.
Yes, students, so you have seen that how the people group who were the followers of socialist ideologies were like preparing for the revolution of 1905. Before that, in the 1900, they were like preparing the different parties like Socialist Revolution Party and the Russian Social Democratic Workers Party, and they all have came together. They all were fighting for uplifting the situation of peasant and workers. It is said here that the work with peasants and workers during the revolution of 1905 to demand a constitution which will give them the proper rights to live. Okay, so likewise students, we have learned up to the phase like what was the situation, okay, previous to the revolution. We were just discussed that what was the scenario of the Tsar Nicholas II, okay, how there was an exploitation situation, and then what is the economy and society before the revolution in Russia was there. Okay, so likewise we have discussed. Apart from this, we will discuss in the next class. Till that time, go through your books, read the chapter, because in the coming exams again the questions will come like that only, that you have to read the books and then have a good command over your topics, and then only you will able to solve the questions. Okay, so just I am again and again saying you all that do a friendship with your books. Okay, start developing a reading skill of your chapters, and mark all the important things with pencil. Take every time pencil in your hand, and whenever you are like reading, just develop a habit of underlining the important things. Whatever terms you are not getting, just find out from Google or dictionary If there also you are not getting, then you can ask from me. Okay, so just stay safe, just stay in home and study properly, utilize your time. Thank you, class.